Mr. Holly.
Hi, Ms. Anderson.
How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Good.
Well, the reason why I'm here today is because I found out that Tommy is being given a calculator to finish some of his math work, and my concern was that a lot of my grading is based on accuracy and problem-solving skills, and and I feel like it'd be unfair to the students if they saw him using a calculator, and I don't allow the rest of the students to use a calculator. So I was just curious about that decision making.
Yes. Okay. So you might be concerned that Tommy is using the calculator when your other students aren't,
Yes.
and it's
yes.
maybe going to affect your grading system.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, well, you know what? I appreciate you coming in today and letting
Thank
me
you.
know this. I think it is really important that we work together for Tommy.
Good, good. I agree.
Yes, and I do see your concern. I get how it can seem like it is unfair for your other students and for yourself because you're not quite sure what to do. And that was my bad on the communication part, coming to you, letting you know firsthand. I did send out an email, but that wasn't probably the best way to go about it.
Must have slipped by me. But the biggest thing is, like I said, I'm just concerned because I'm very adamant about my students knowing these concepts without the help of some sort of electronic device. And Tommy is a bright student. I mean, we've both seen that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just curious why he's being allowed to use a calculator.
I don't know if you saw this, but did you know that he was just diagnosed with a moderate to severe learning disability?
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So how does that affect his performance in math?
Yes. Tommy, in the last year or two, we've really seen just some struggles in math.
Okay.
He has a problem right now with retaining information, problem-solving strategies.
Okay.
He can learn them and he can apply them, but when it comes to him getting a worksheet, and I know that you've seen this.
Yes.
If he has a worksheet with more than 15 problems, he will have maybe 6 done complete. Accuracy maybe not completely there, but you can see he is trying to remember the steps.
Okay.
We have tried a lot of alternatives
Yeah.
by having things on his desk, and we just thought that this would be the best option for Tommy.
Okay. So, that being said, I can agree that he will need some help with the calculator. However, do you still feel like he needs the calculator the entire time?
That is a great question. I have been thinking about this, and I think that possibly, I know that the calculator could be taken advantage, which is a point taken that you said, maybe he doesn't need it all the time.
I was thinking that it would be good if the other students would see Tommy attempting things without a calculator, and then maybe checking it with a calculator or giving a little extra time at the end.
I really like that idea that you are thinking of. And you know what, that is absolutely doable. I really think that maybe something that we could do, and I want you to see if you agree, maybe that you and I could have a little discussion with Tommy.
Okay.
And we could talk about why he is using the calculator, why we are allowing him, and what we want to happen for him.
Okay.
We want that progress because he has been learning, he has been developing some learned helplessness. I see it in his work. He is frustrated and he will give up. So I think that with just knowing that there's an option for him, that will help him.
Okay.
And I think that maybe we should talk with him about trying to do the work on his own or as much as he can, and using the calculator only if it is needed. And by needed, that's maybe raise a hand and talk to Mr. Holly, or if he's working with me, let me know and give him the option of, well, why don't you go ahead and check on your calculator?
Okay. Yeah, I like where that's going. I appreciate you being willing to meet with me again and talking about this more, and even meeting with Tommy, because I just want what's best for Tommy, and I know
absolutely
you do as well.
That is our number one reason why we're here, are our students. Like I said, thank you so much for coming in, first off. It means a lot to me because it has been difficult trying to make accommodations and needs, and when teachers are not on board, it can be a stressful situation for all, and it
Yes,
is
yeah.
really, it does take both of us, and I
Absolutely.
apologize again for maybe not getting at you the first time like I should have.
Well, that's okay, and I'm happy that that we were able to meet, and now we're on the same page. With a lot of
Absolutely.
this.
I was going to say, I know that this maybe, I know one of your concerns is, are your other students maybe being upset that they don't get to use a calculator?
Yeah, that I was concerned about that.
Some things, what are some of your concerns about that?
Basically, just the fairness. I imagine I'm going to have students coming up to me and asking, why is Tommy being given a calculator? And I've told the rest of them that they can't use a calculator.
You know, taking that into consideration, I think a good idea might be that sometime, I think it would might be better when Tommy is out of the classroom. So maybe sometime when he's in with me in my classroom, maybe sometime you could talk to your class
Okay.
and you could just discuss how great they do at problem solving and the
Okay.
benefits and the good things you've seen, and explain that the reason why we don't use calculators possibly because you know that they can do it, and that sometimes they have struggles, yes, and when they do, you have seen them all fight through it, but maybe that for
Yeah.
some students, it is just better to have a calculator help them, you know, do the same work that they're doing.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good idea. And let's communicate more about the timing
Let's
of this.
do.
Maybe we'll make a time where you and Tommy can work on something, and then
Yeah.
I'll communicate it to class.
That would be great. And I was thinking it might be best maybe to not throw his name out to the class when you were explaining it, because there
Okay.
might be some other students in the class who eventually will use a
That's
calculator.
true.
Or,
That's true.
you know, we're still going through identification process,
Yeah,
and
that's an excellent point.
so maybe you can just explain that it is okay when a teacher, if you see a student, it is okay, and remember it's okay if, you know, to be
Yeah.
okay even if you don't want to be.
It's
so,
true.
Yes.
Okay, I like that a lot.
Good. I'm glad that you like that. Is there any other questions you have for me? I would be glad to answer to anything.
Not right now, but again, thank you for your willingness to work with Tommy and I, and communicating, and like I said, we're on the same page now.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Hawley.
Thank
You
you.
are a great teacher, and I
Thank you.
love working with you.
Just over